We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Murray going to throw. Sherwood here caught it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Delta. Here we go. Good. 331.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. You look at this Arizona defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season. But if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football to be able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone, because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Yard line, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Green Knights. Go.
Here's Fields. And that is incomplete.
I almost see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Don't jump. Ready? 58, 58. Carry. Right.
Fields now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the turnover, here's Murray. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Murray now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Murray changing the play.
Come on. Hey. 2-2.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Go on, Rick. 2-2. Oh, Omaha. Hey.
Here's Murray. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
2-2.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Hey, Ace. Hey, Buzz.
Throwing again, Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Big Ace. Here you go. Move. Deuce.
To throw is Murray. This is taken in by McBride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey McBride His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
When you look at this defense, this unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Here we go. Right.
But not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Good.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Green light, extend. Right.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Here we go. Go.
Ball again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
At the Cardinals' 15-yard line.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Don't jump. Ready? 331.
To throw is Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here we go, son.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Easy.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Murray looking to change the play here.
Hey, Larry.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Caught by Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Hey, shit, hard. Omaha. Hey. Who you got? Bunch.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And that's good good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. The Cardinals had 14-2 heading into this final week. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Green. All right.
Now Murray again. Man, he hits him in stride. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. But that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Hey. Hey. Come back. Hey, Ace. Hard.
Murray now to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Hey, Larry! Come on. Big Ace!
Throwing now is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's second and 10.
Come on. Shit. Omaha.
Now Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Now on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
13 yards. First down, New York.
They'll give the Hall. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
First down, Jets.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, Snap.
Here's Fields. He's got Smith here.
Fields.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing it to a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 158.
Out of the gun, they'll run it with Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Now Fields. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
319, just cut. Go.
They snap it to Fields. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he finds Montgomery complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, move. Big Ace.
To throw, it's Murray. Montgomery, another target and catch. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before the break. Fields. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Don't jump.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 3 yards on first, 4 on second, and now 5 on third down. Move the sticks.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
331. Go.
Fields good. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Again, running right is Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, stop. Hey, Ken. Move the chain. Go. Extend. You got a mini base. Why not? 11. West right, sit. All right.
Now it's Fields. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Here we go, sir. All right.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ran it last time, now Fields to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely needed to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
At the 36-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Murray going to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Tyndall, the one who got through to drop him. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped it for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Move. 2, hard. Hey. 2.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Buzz.
From the gun, Murray. And that will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. An audible here to get a new look.
Big Ace open. Deuce. Omaha. 2, hot. 1. Omaha.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go. 3-19, let's go. Hey, 5-2, go.
Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First down, New York.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
2-2-1.
Murray going to fire this out to Harrison. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and 3.
2-2. 1-1. Who you got?
Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up.
Big ace. Hey, over. Shift.
Second and 3. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will step out of bounds, but not before he's all the way across the 50. A big connection on that one. 43 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Empty. Big ace open. Hey. What you got? One.
To throw is Murray. Montgomery hauling in the slant pass. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Hey, shift.
Murray now. He'll get that complete to Harrison. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll make it second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Empty. Hey, ace. Come on. Hey.
Here's Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Cardinals have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 35-yard line.
Now it's second and 10.
Here we go, slide. 19 strikes.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Here we go. Hey, can't. Green 19, you got that? Go.
Out of the gun, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Here we go, set. Set.
Paul want to give up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here we go.
Paul again on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs.
Go on, hurt.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as good running gets them to about the 44. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Cardinals, it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.